All right, let's jump right into it. You've got your paddles, you've got your team, but what are you going to call yourselves? Whether you're just playing for fun or you're in a super serious tournament, your team name is like your opening shot. So today, we're going to figure out how to find that perfect name, the one that gives you a little bit of an edge before the game even starts.
So, really, what's a name? You might think it's just for show, but honestly, it's a huge deal. It's way more than just a couple of words on a scoreboard. The right name, well, it sets the whole mood. It shows everyone what your team is all about. And hey, it can even mess with your opponent's head a little bit. Think of it like your team's banner, its battle cry. It's the very first chapter of your story.
And speaking of stories, the game itself has a pretty awesome one. It's kind of wild to think about. It started as this quiet little parlor game back in England in the early 1900s. And now, it's an Olympic sport. It became one back in 1988. That journey from fun to fierce, well, that's the perfect vibe to channel when you're thinking up a great name.
Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. First up, we've got the clever names. The ones that are sharp, witty, and basically tell everyone, yeah, we're here to win. These are for the teams who know that creativity is just as important as a killer backhand. Let's check out a few.
Okay, look at these. Spin Doctors. I mean, come on, that's perfect for a team that lives and dies by those tricky spins. Net Gains, so smart, right? It's all about scoring points. Servant Protect has this really official, almost intimidating vibe to it. And Racket Scientists, that's just next-level wordplay. Absolutely brilliant.
And this one, Leaving It All on the Table. This is a fantastic example of what I'm talking about. It's a great pun, for sure, but it also screams pure determination. It's a message to your opponent that you're not holding anything back. You're giving this match everything you've got. Then you've got the names that are just dripping with power and confidence. Things like Smash Masters, Table Titans, Lob Legends. These don't just sound cool, right? They create this whole vibe of expertise. They basically tell everyone you're a force to be reckoned with before you've even picked up a paddle. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk about a totally different strategy, humor. Look, maybe your team's vibe isn't all-out intense competitor. Maybe you're more about just having a great time. A funny name can be perfect for that. It keeps things light, it's fun, and hey, you might even throw your opponents off their game a little. And when it comes to funny names, puns are an absolute goldmine. I mean, Scared Hitless? That's just hilarious. No Pong Intended? A total classic. These are the kinds of names that are guaranteed to get a laugh and show that, you don't take yourselves too seriously, even if you are totally crushing it. But check this one out. Backhanded compliments. This is a personal favorite. It's just so clever. It perfectly mixes a key move in ping pong with that kind of sly, witty humor. A name like this, people are going to remember that one for sure. All right, let's keep the laughs coming. One-hit wonders is awesome, especially if you're good with a little self-deprecating humor. On the other hand, You've Been Served is just pure swaggering confidence, but with a smile. It just goes to show, a good sense of humor can totally be your secret weapon. Okay, on to our final category. This one's for all you movie lovers, music fans, and TV show addicts out there. Using a pop culture reference is such a great way to come up with a name that's not just clever, but one that people will instantly get and love. The formula here is super simple, but so effective. You just take a huge pop culture hit, like The Big Bang Theory, and give it a little twist. Boom, The Ping Bang Theory. Or Lord of the Rings becomes Lords of the Pings. See? It's a really easy way to make a name that feels both smart and super familiar.
And this is a perfect example of that. Taking that classic line from Toy Story and turning it into a ping pong battle cry, so good. It's playful, it's got that nostalgia factor, and you know it's going to make everyone smile. It just works.
All right, so we've looked at a bunch of awesome examples. But how you and your team actually sit down and pick the one. I mean, it's not just about grabbing one off a list. It's about finding the name that really, truly feels like you. So how do you do it? Well, there are basically 5 key rules to follow. First, think about your vibe. Are you guys super competitive, or are you just there to have a good time? The name has to match. Second, know your audience. A funny name that's great for the office league might not fly in a more formal tournament, Third, try to be unique. You want to stand out. Fourth, keep it short and punchy. Something that's easy to remember and, more importantly, easy to chat. And finally, and this is the big one, make sure everyone on the team is on board. It's a team name after all. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. A great name isn't just for laughs or to look cool. It actually builds that team spirit. It creates this sense of unity, a shared identity. It's really the first step in building a winning culture, from the very first moment you walk up to that table.
So what are you waiting for? Get your team together, start throwing some ideas around. Remember, your name is your first impression. It's your rallying cry, and it's your legacy, all rolled into one. So the only question left is, what story is your name going to tell?